السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يا أيها المسلمون. To the long-time listener and first-time visitor, we welcome you to this episode. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Alhamdulillah, hamdan kathiran tayyiban mubarakan fih, kama yuhibbu rabbuna wa yarda. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله الناصح الأمين. اللهم صل على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تمسك بسنته إلى يوم الدين. ثم أما بعد. يا عباد الله, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, watch what you say. Watch what comes out of your mouth. Don't be reckless in the manner in which you use your tongue. Watch your mouth. Bithnillahi ta'ala, this is what we want to speak about today. Now, we took a break from going over the characteristics of the hypocrite. Bithnillahi ta'ala, we'll continue that inside of the next episode, inside of the next class. But in this one, we want to focus in on the tongue and the manner in which it is used as a warning to myself and to you all to watch your mouth. Watch what you be saying. There comes a hadith عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه فيما رواه البخاري ومسلم في صحيحيهما, and that which both Imams Al-Bukhari and Muslim they bring inside of their collection of authentic hadith. They both collected it. So this hadith is a hadith that is متفق عليه. It is a hadith that is the strongest level of authenticity. Naam, this hadith is sound beyond a shadow of a doubt. Where the Prophet ﷺ, he said, إِنَّ الْعبد, that verily a slave, ليتكلم, they will speak, they will say, بالكلمة, they will say a word, they will say a word. Naam, that verily an abd, they may say a word. ما يتبين فيها, and they do not give it any real consideration. They do not give it any real consideration. They really don't think about it. They don't ponder over it. And then what happens? يَزِلُّ فِي النَّارِ, then they would be plunged inside of the fire. They will go down inside of the fire. How far? How deep? How far will they be plunged into the fire? How deep will they be plunged into the fire? The Prophet ﷺ, he said, أبعد مما بين المشرق والمغرب. He said, from a further distance than that is which is between the east and the west. A further distance than that which is between the east, meaning and what? And the west. This is how far they'll be plunged inside of the hellfire. I want you to reflect on this. How far is the east from the west? How far is the east from the west? The person who says a statement, they can say a statement. They don't give it any type of real consideration. They don't ponder over it. Because the meaning of يتبين, it means يتفكروا. Now, that they won't think about it. They'll just say something. They don't think about it. They don't think about it as relates to لا يتفكروا أنها خير أم شر. They don't think, is this something good or is this something bad? Will it have good repercussions or bad repercussions? Would it bring about good or would it bring about bad? Is it something wholesome or something that is nasty? They don't think about it. They just say it, reckless. And thus, and as a consequence, they'll be plunged a distance that is further than the east and the west. Not the distance of the east and the west. No, أبعد. It's more further. It's more far than the distance between the east and the west. The ulama, they mention, and it's a very important point, and I want you to understand that some of what we take away from this hadith. وفي هذا الحديث, inside of this hadith, بين النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he explained in this hadith the الأثر الكلمة, the effect that a word can have, the effect that a word that one word can have. وَمَا يَتَرَتَّبُ عَلَيْهَا مِنَ الْوِزْرِ. And he explained min wizrin, what a one single statement can have in it from sin. What one single statement, kalima wahida, what one single statement can contain therein from sin. Naam. Also, a takeaway we understand from this hadith, أن العبد لا يتكلم بكلمة واحدة, that a slave, they may say one single statement, مما يكرهه الله, one single statement from that in which Allah hates. They may say one statement that is hated unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not thinking about the consequences. وَلَا يَظُنُّ أَنَّهَا يُؤَثِّرُ. And they will think that this statement, it doesn't have any effect. They just say it. They don't put much intention into it. نعم. لا يظن أنها يؤثر شيئا. They think it doesn't have any bearing. I can just say it. Doesn't mean anything. There's no consequences. It just, so what? How many attitude people like that? So what? They say something. So what? No, not so what. Watch your mouth. Because an individual can say something that Allah hates. One thing that Allah hates. And as a result, they get plunged deep into the hellfire. They may think this is nothing, but it's from that which yakrahullah, Allah Ta'ala hates. وَلَكِنَّهَا عَظِيمَةٌ. Rather, this kalima, this statement is in fact and in actuality great. This is a great statement. This is something that is tremendous. It is heinous. It's not, oh, la bats bihi, there's no problem with it. No, it's something that is tremendously evil. This statement is a statement that is tremendously bad. فَيَهْوِي بِهَا دَرَكَاتٍ فِي النَّارِ. And thus, and due to this one statement, they will be plunged deep inside the hellfire. Various levels down into the hellfire, they get plunged into it. Why? Because of this kalima. لَا يتبين فيها. They did not give any consideration to it. They didn't think about it. They were reckless, just talking and talking. Man, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Also, what we understand from this hadith is that it is a must that we are careful, because this hadith is a warning. في هذا الحديث تحذير. In this hadith there is a tahzir. نعم. من خطورة الكلمة. From the danger of a statement. So we understand that statements could be dangerous. Statements could get you in trouble. We know that. There have been certain statements that'll get a man killed. نعم. Certain statements that get a person killed. That statements, they are not without weight. They are not without bearing. And I want you to reflect on this, because with a statement, and this is something I want you to reflect on. Al-insan yadkhulu fil Islam بالكلمة. A person will enter into Islam with the statement. And a person might leave Islam with what? A statement. So with one statement, yadkhulu fil Islam. A person enters into Islam. Another statement, يخرج من الإسلام. They leave the Islam. So statements are very powerful. Think about it. With the statement, a man marries a woman. With the statement, a man divorces a woman. So be very careful about what you say. And there's also another important takeaway that we get from this hadith. And inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to leave you with this, because this is something I want you all to really think about and to really be mindful of. And maybe it'll help me. It'll help you. So we can watch our mouths, man. Watch your mouth. And that is al-kalima إذا لم تخرج. Al-kalima إذا لم تخرج. If you do not say a particular statement. نعم. Al-kalima إذا لم تخرج من الفم. When it does not leave the mouth. فالإنسان هو مالك لها. The statement, when it does not leave the tongue, فَالْإِنسَانُ هُوَ مَالِكُهَا. He controls it. He's the owner of it. He's the owner of that statement. He controls that statement. He's the boss of that statement. Do you understand? ولكن إذا خرجت, but if that statement leaves that man's mouth, كان أسيرها, then he is a prisoner to that statement. A person may want to say something. Maybe it's bad, but he doesn't say it. Then that person is the owner of that statement. He controls that statement. He or she, they are the boss of that statement. But how many times a person will let something slip out of his mouth, or she'll let something slip out of her mouth, and then they become a prisoner to it because now they're worried. They may turn around immediately and say, listen, but don't repeat that to anyone. Don't tell so-and-so what I said. I don't want this getting out. Because now what? Now you're the prisoner to your speech. So as long as you keep it in and you don't say it, you're the boss of it. You let it leave your lips, now it has the potential of becoming your boss, your imprisoner. Now you are enslaved. You are a prisoner to what? To your statement. Now you are a prisoner to your own statement. So watch your mouth. This is just some food for thought. Watch your mouth. Illa liqa. Until the next time we meet, benefit from these other classes and playlists you may see popping up on the screen or what have you. Illa liqa. Astawdi'ukum Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.